Morning, Donnie.
Oh, hey, man, you're up. I just want to say playing Smash Bros. And getting some decent burgers yesterday was great. You're really kind to let me stay in your spare bunk while Melania has kicked me out.
Yeah, man, yesterday was so much fun. I'm so glad you're staying over, even if it's not under the best of circumstances.
Fellas.
Sup, dude?
Hey, Barry, baby.
Look, I know you all just woke up, but last night I kept tossing and turning, thinking about this awesome tier list we should make for our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah? Good old Barry always comes up with good shit.
Well, come on, spill the beans. Speaking of beans, I could go for Mexican food. I love Mexicans. They're good people.
Okay, homies, it's a totally original idea. We're going to rank Dragon Ball characters.
Hasn't that shit been done to death, bro?
I'll admit there's a lot of tier lists out there with people impersonating us using AI voices. But this will actually be us. There's got to be value in that. If people like our style so much, they should want to hear our real opinions on Dragon Ball characters.
So true, man. Let's do it.
You know what I hate the most about those AI videos, though? It's how we're always portrayed as being so antagonistic towards each other. Do we have to act that way for our videos? I want to spread love, not hate.
I agree with you, brother. They always take my Sleepy Joe comments out of context. It's an affectionate nickname that only a true friend would be allowed to get away with. If anyone else called you Sleepy besides Barry, I'd curb stomp them. On God.
I get it. You want to be your wonderful, sweet self? But the algorithm favors the edgier humor. People really get off on hearing us three presidents chat shit while rating popular gaming and anime franchises. If we don't play the part, our video won't get any hits and our channel won't grow. I don't want to be in politics forever.
I hate to admit it, but you're right, Barrick. We made a promise, the three of us. We promised that we would grow our YouTube channel to 1 million subs. I'm not getting any younger. We need to do whatever it takes to accomplish our dreams.
It's a cutthroat world, but business is business. Okay, let's do this. But can I just say sorry in advance for any off-color jokes, criticisms, or general nastiness that spews from my mouth? I know I have a knack for it, and I'm not proud of it, but damn it, I'll do what I can to make you all professional YouTubers.
Okay, let's get started then. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Spatch Adams channel. Today we're going to get crazy and rate some of our favorite DBZ characters. Are you two degenerate scumbags ready to do this?
Obama, you fucking cockswallower, I think this is going to be the dumbest tier list that's ever been made.
Shut your fucking mouth, Donald. Trust you to immediately sour the fun. But seriously, Barrick, on what criteria are we rating the characters?
We are rating them on pure awesomeness. No power scaling here, just thinking about which characters are cool and enjoyable and which ones are lame and shitty.
I'm already mauling here. We can't make a tier list based on such a weak criteria. It's like asking how long a piece of string is.
Fuck it, I'll start us off. Android 16 was a stoic legend, a friendly dude with a cool design. I'd give him an easy B tier.
He was always cool, but didn't stick around for long. I'd say B is a good place to start, especially at the start of the list.
He's a cool action figure, but he's a pretty pathetic character, much like you, Sleepy Joe. Spent most of the time as a head on the floor. But leave him in B. This list is already a farce, so fuck it.
Fine, let's move on to Chi-Chi. Back in early Dragon Ball, she was cool, pretty attractive, good fighter, perfect match for Goku, really.
Yeah, but then she became the whining, crying bitch who turned Gohan into a little pansy boy. Didn't she fucking realize that she was the mother of the Earthling with the most potential? What kind of dingus put studying ahead of the power to protect the whole galaxy?
I'm with you here, Donald. Plus, as a side note, why the fuck are they always doing menial jobs for money? Like how Goku became a farmer in Super. He could literally just be an Instagram star. He could make bank on endorsement deals and shit. Or even as a personal trainer, he could make ridiculous money. Chi-Chi is always on everyone's case about money and shit, but she's the daughter of the Ox King, who surely has a few bucks, plus they're friends with the richest family on Earth. How does this make sense?
I agree with you so much, Joe. Chi-Chi is a dumb whore and she belongs in shit tier.
Can't really disagree on any of that, fellas, so yeah, I'll pop her there. Okay, Bubbles next.
Just stick him in shit tier and move straight to Kid Gohan.
Fuck Bubbles. Kid Gohan is an absolute Chad. The Cell fight was the culmination of all the previous arcs. We knew Gohan was supposed to be the best, but he had always been too inexperienced. By the time we get to the Cell fight, we know he's finally ready, and he proves it.
True. Don't you kind of wish Goku had died of his heart virus so that Gohan could have taken up the mantle? You fucking know that future Gohan was a real Giga Chad. Sucks we got stuck in the timeline where Gohan lost his mojo. Apparently Toriyama stopped giving a flying fuck about him.
Is that really true, Donald?
100% fucking true.
Gohan got a lot of development in the Buu saga. Yes, Great Saiyaman wasn't the best, but Gohan became his own man. He's half human after all. He doesn't have the same thirst for battle that Goku and Vegeta have.
Well noted.
I think his arc reflects his heritage, and people are too hard on Toriyama.
As if Toriyama gives two shits about what people think. Man's a billionaire and phenomenal artist. Why would he care what internet nerds think?
Toriyama is a businessman and does whatever his publishers say.
Based.
They know people just want more Goku and Vegeta.
Just place Kid Gohan in S tier and adult Gohan in C tier.
Are you being serious about adult Gohan? You saw Dragon Ball Super Superhero and Beast Gohan has changed the game. He's powered up beyond Super Saiyan Blue. Hell, he might be the strongest fighter in the show now.
I don't fucking count the events of Super as canon. The manga isn't even done by Akira Toriyama. It's a soulless cash grab, and everyone supporting it by buying merch and watching that shit is just enabling the continued bastardization of one of the 80s best manga. Shit. Dragon Ball is the father of modern shonen. Super is some mid-shit that doesn't capture a drop of the essence that made Dragon Ball through to the end of Z-Goated.
Trumpet is literally canonical. Toriyama writes the stories, plus Superhero was the best out of all the DB movies.
The movies aren't canon either. Jesus Christ, I thought we were making a character tier list.
Guys, if I could bring it back around to Gohan's rating, does it even make sense to split the character by kid, teen, and adult? Gohan is one character, not three. Surely it makes sense to take an average rating across the stages of his life to determine where he should be placed.
Are you saying you're the same person you were 90 years ago when you were 59 years old? Sleepy idiot.
No, guys. Come on, it's not that hard to understand. I'm just saying that Gohan is Gohan. Is Gohan a cool character, or is he sometimes cool and sometimes a bit mid? And if we do, in fact, agree that Gohan has been mid throughout the legendary story of Dragon Ball, then shouldn't we factor that into his rating? It's stupid to say the character is goated for 3 years of his life and mid-fuck for the next 20 years. On average, he turns out as either high mid or low great. I'm thinking Gohan goes in high B tier.
I'm going to hit this guy. Obama, hold me back. He's talking so much trash I can't take it. Of course, they're different characters. You can play Kid Gohan or Teen Gohan in the games.
Yeah, come on, Joe. That's like saying we should rate Kid Goku and adult Goku together. They're pretty different characters.
Are you saying that pre- and post-time skip Luffy are different characters? Fuck no, you aren't.
Luffy has nothing to do with this.
No, because Luffy's personality and character didn't change post-time skip. This is bullshit. Obama, just put Kid Gohan in S tier and Teen in B, and let's move the fuck on with our lives.
I've got a lot more to say on this, but obviously you guys aren't ready to have this meta conversation. I wish George Bush was here. He's always ready to go deep on the big questions.
I'd go deep on your mother if she hadn't been dead for 200 years.
Jesus, Donald.
Eat my white-haired nuts.
No thanks.
Oh, would you look at this? The picture for Goku features kid and adult Goku.
Doesn't mean you're right. It just means the idiot who made this list was as inconsistent as the animation in Super.
Hey, the animation for the Jiren fight was S tier.
Nothing that was animated post the year 1998 is S tier.
Goku is S tier, guys. So many epic, unforgettable moments. From him fighting Piccolo, sacrificing himself to Raditz, fighting Vegeta, beating Frieza. The list goes on. Dragon Ball would not be Dragon Ball without Goku at the center.
Agreed. He's like the cream in the middle of a Twinkie.
That would imply the rest of the show is all one note. I'd say Goku is more like the wiener in the hot dog, essential but made much better by the toppings, a.k.a. the other characters.
Now, you guys are the ones being pedantic. Goku is S tier, okay? Let's move it along now.
True, Sleepy Joe, you might drop dead any minute.
Okay, so let's look at Goku Black.
Can I be real for a minute? I hated him. Hated that whole stinking arc. They took future Trunks and made him boring. Plus, he got an ass pull power-up.
We're rating the character, not the arc, damn it.
You know what? I liked how Zamasu was just an evil guy. The dude was so fucking amped that he literally started tearing the universe apart. Pretty dope if you think about it.
Sure, but then Zeno had to reset the whole fucking timeline. The whole arc was mishandled. Time travel only worked in the Android saga, and their shitty reboot was just embarrassing. Anyway, I say we stick Blackie in B tier and move on.
Great, let's talk about Fat Boo. Hey, you know what? He kind of looks like you, Donald.
You look like a Cyberman. Ruffle.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
I liked Boo. I remember watching the show as it aired on Cartoon Network after school. The stakes were so high, this big fat menace was so enigmatic. And I was seriously concerned about how the Z-Fighters would end up defeating him.
He's a baby character, so lame. Sure, he was powerful, but I found his annoying voice grating.
Reminds me of someone. Look, he's not an S-tier character by any means, but you had to love his relationship with Mr. Satan.
Oh shit, son. Yeah, that was complete fire.
Remember when Boo learned about love thanks to Mr. Satan's dog?
That might have been the most wholesome moment in DBZ.
Was that filler?
I don't remember, but does it matter? That shit was heartwarming.
What was the dog's name?
Man, it has been so long since I saw that shit.
The dog was called B.
Shit, let's put Fat Boo in S tier just for that.
And Mr. Satan, too, while you're at it.
I'm fine with that. Mr. Satan is great comic relief.
Great, okay, we can just put badly transformed Gotenks in shit tier.
Yep, Goten and Kid Trunks were so lame throughout. One of the worst things about the Boo saga.
Kid Boo was pretty great, pure evil, and his fights were awesome.
Sure, but not as good as Fat Boo. Put him in B.
Just gonna move on to King Kai.
King Kai is a Chad. Great design, iconic planet. Always let you know how serious shit was getting. Let's put him in A.
A is fine, I guess.
Your mama was fine in the year 1754.
Okay, let's talk about 18.
There's artists out there in the world who make their living drawing Rule 34 of this babe.
Yeah, and like a million cosplayers, it's the easiest, lowest effort costume you could possibly do.
Look, in seriousness, when she first emerged with her brother, those two were fucking dangerous. They made Super Saiyan 1.5 look like insects.
Yeah, but then they ended up just being fodder for Cell, and then in the end, 18 ended up going with Krillin. I'll say this, Krillin is a good and loyal man, and he deserved a good woman in his life, but it never made sense to me that a smoking hot 10 out of 10 would let that tiny man touch her.
Sure, okay, Tiny Hands McGee.
Hot but boring, B tier.
Damn, we haven't even finished the first row, and I'm starving.
Yeah, same. Let's take a break to piss and bake some pizzas.
Okay, sure. Let's reconvene in like an hour.
Make sure you like and subscribe for more epic tier lists and shit. Guys, that was a pretty epic session. You guys were nailing it as usual.
Sorry about all the ageist jokes and inappropriate comments I made about your mother, Joe. You know I didn't mean a word.
Don't even mention it, my brother. Let's get those pizzas and have a few rounds of Double Dash before we tackle the rest of this legendary tier list.
Fuck it, I'm ordering Domino's. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us once more as we continue our Dragon Ball character tier list.
We're on the road to 1 million subs, so make sure you smash that like button and Kamehameha that subscribe button.
God's sakes, Donald, are you still eating McDonald's?
Yep.
Let's just start the list, Barrick. Fatso can finish his Happy Meal.
It's gonna really bug me.
I really don't give a shit.
Fine, I think we got up to Demon King Piccolo.
Yep, he was an epic villain, man. It's funny looking back at it how low-powered he was, but back then he was an actual demon. Kame was God. The stakes couldn't have been higher. He was a truly epic character. Oh, good, you're finally fucking done eating, you disgusting human trash can.
Why can't we mute this son of a bitch?
Because we're sitting in the same room, man.
Shut it, sleepyhead. Okay, fuck's sakes. Demon King was a great villain, and this was back when the fights were actually well choreographed. I say we put him in A tier.
Can you cool your jets, Obama? You're getting your panties in a twist. Can we move on to Korin?
Okay, I'm calm. Yeah, Korin hasn't been relevant for about 30 years at this point. And when he was in the story, he was kind of shit anyway.
Agree?
Though I guess he gets props for providing the Senzu beans for all this time.
Oh, sure.
Only useful thing he ever really did.
Yeah, 90% of the time the characters waste the Senzu beans anyway.
Shove that useless cunt in shit tier and let's get on to some of the better characters.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah. Krillin is a fucking bro. Goku's best friend, and let's be honest, the strongest pure human of all time.
I don't know, man. Isn't Oob the strongest by far?
Oob didn't earn any of his power. He's a fucking reincarnated demon. How can you possibly imply that he is a normal human?
I'm very much inclined to place Krillin in S tier. He's been there since the start. Never let the side down. Plus, he's just a nice guy.
Put him in high A tier. He's not in Teen Gohan's level.
Dude, we've got fucking Fat Boo and Mr. Satan in S tier. Don't even fucking dare put Krillin under them.
True, even if it's just ironic, it's not right to place Krillin below them.
Okay, fine. Put him in S.
What about lunch?
I could go for another Big Mac.
The character.
Oh, well, if Toriyama forgot about her, she's not worth my time thinking about. Shit tier.
I think it's a shame that she got left out of the story as she had a pretty cool gimmick. But yeah, nobody missed her really, did they?
I miss those fine lady lumps. She got me rock hard without a Viagra.
I don't imagine you've ever held a fully erect penis in your life. Besides male prostitutes. Ha ha ha.
Stop being a little bitch, Donald.
Thanks, Barrick.
I guess she can go in C tier because, as Joe said, she was hot at least.
But who was the hottest out of Lunch, Chi-Chi, Android 18, and Bulma?
Obviously, Bulma.
No way. Bulma was hot, but can you imagine sleeping with her after she's been railed into oblivion by Vegeta's Gallic gun?
Why do you always have to take it beyond what is necessary?
It does make sense why she uses Shenron to wish for a tighter ass. Probably gets her pelvic floor reconstructed, too.
I think Vegeta has calmed down in Super. But imagine when he first got with Bulma. He was so uptight and angry all the time. I bet he showed her no mercy in the bedroom.
Man, he was already a planet buster then. A momentary loss of control and her whole body would have exploded, painting the walls with her blood and guts.
Do you have to say this shit?
Hang on. Obama is right.
Thanks, Donald.
Bulma is an elite genius, so she could have constructed some kind of force field to protect her pelvis from Vegeta's epic libido.
You know, that's actually pretty smart.
Shut up, guys.
Okay, let's rate Mai. Honestly, I always found Pilaf really lame, and Mai was just even lamer than him. I don't know why so much time has been given to her recently. Plus, she's been old and young and old, and now I don't even know if she's an adult or what. It's shit. And I am ready to immediately place her in shit tier.
I won't argue it. She is worthless.
Well, she is sexy, but otherwise shit.
Okay, can we finally talk about the OG Master Roshi?
I love the guy.
Of course you do, sleepy loser. He's almost as old and perverted as you.
Malarkey. He invented the Kamehameha. He trained Goku. He had some absolutely epic fights in early Dragon Ball, especially in the tournaments. I love how he made sure Goku didn't win the 21st Tenkaichi so that he would stay motivated to improve. That's a real master there.
Plus, his little island is such a cool location, and it acts as a hub for the core characters in the early show. Shame that got replaced by the Capsule Corp in Dragon Ball Super.
If you could afford to live in luxury, I bet you'd do the same.
Did I tell you guys that Michelle got herself a Capsule Corp tattoo on her right butt cheek?
Oh, no way, that's totally radical.
Yeah, dude. Now I get reminded of Trunks, Bulma, and the whole gang while I clap those cheeks.
Melania got a Digimon tattoo last year.
That's dope. Agumon?
No, it's a War Greymon collage across her entire back.
Cool, guys. Now let's move it. I have to meet up with Johnny Depp, Morgan Freeman, and Angelina Jolie for drinks tonight. Can you place Roshi in high A tier?
Can we please move Mr. Satan and Boo down? It's making this whole list a joke.
We are not retconning this list, Donald.
Fine, whatever. Doesn't bother me. I'm not going to read the comments later.
Speaking of comments, I saw a lot of people agreed with me that Teen Gohan is not a separate character from his other ages. Just saying.
Anyone who agreed with you is retarded. Just saying.
Guys, don't insult our audience. Just saying.
Okay, I guess Roshi has to go at the top of A. Let's move on to Nappa.
Nappa was cool as fuck. I love how fucking huge he is. It's a nice contrast with the little itty-bitty Vegeta. And even cooler that the hulking massive guy was nowhere near as strong as his tiny companion. Just went to demonstrate how size and muscles don't mean a thing in this world.
I guess, but we already knew that since the very beginning when we saw Goku bodying dinosaurs and monsters and shit. But I get your point.
Nappa was okay, I guess. He wrecked the entire Z-Squad, and of course that was epic, but really his job was to show off just how strong Goku was after training with King Kai.
I'd be happy to place him in B somewhere.
Sure, let's get on to Android 19.
Pretty dog shit character, honestly. Toriyama's publishers kept on telling him his villains were too mid, so he kept replacing them. First it was Jero and 19, then 18 and 17, and then he hit us with Cell. And even then, first form Cell wasn't epic enough, so he had all his forms. That shit was a beautiful mess, and Android 19 was the failure that got those dominoes falling. So I guess his shit design did some good in the end.
I guess so.
It was fun as fuck to watch Vegeta toying with him.
Shit character. Dunk him in shit tier, if you please.
Oh, I very much do, please. Okay, Oolong.
Oolong? More like Hulong, am I right?
I bet there's a whole bunch of newer fans out there who haven't even heard of Oolong. He was very much sidelined in Z, but damn, he was a proper supporting character in Dragon Ball, had great chemistry with Puar, and lest we forget, was even a villain at the start.
Sure, it's just another case of Toriyama's rather congested roster of characters, meaning there just wasn't space for him in later stories. I always had a soft spot for him, though, so I'd be happy to put him in B tier.
I swear you think everyone belongs in B tier Obama. Oolong is a redundant character. He was always mid, just put him in C, if you please.
Oolong is not a hill I am ready to die on, so sure, whatever the fuck you want, Donald.
You know what's funny? Somewhere out there is a mega Oolong fanboy. There is literally someone whose favorite character in all of Dragon Ball is Oolong.
Show me that person, Joe, and I will show you a man that doesn't watch hentai. Exactly, he doesn't exist.
You're slowly getting more based Obama, and I'm here for it.
Okay, let's talk about Piccolo.
You mean we're finally going to discuss a good character tonight?
Hell yeah. Do we even need to discuss him, though? He's clearly S tier.
Of course we do. I just have so much to say about this green legend. He started as the spawn of a demon king, but it turned out he was an alien, so that was dope. I guess on Earth, aliens were just considered demons. Easy retcon for Toriyama once he decided to go for the space route.
Well, he'd clearly written himself into a hole after Goku had literally beaten the devil.
Sure. But once Piccolo was free of the shackles of villainy, he was able to develop into a complex anti-hero and then into a fully fledged badass heroic legend.
It was so cool to see him abandon his rivalry with Goku and eventually accept that he would never be on par with him. It's where I have mixed feelings about the new movie because I love that Piccolo finally got some attention, but I'd really loved that Piccolo had taken the role of the reliable strategist and solid fighter who would never be the best.
I thought Superhero would be awful, but it was actually amazing to see Piccolo as the main character. No cap, I got goosebumps when he got his orange form. My daughters, Malia and Sasha, have both got matching orange Piccolo tattoos, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
I hate how the modern show and movies are muddying our discussion about this goated S-tier character. None of that new shit counts. Piccolo had the best fights against Goku. That shit was pure awesomeness. Then after that, he was always capable of getting shit done in fights. Plus, his character design is ultra Z-tier, mega goated, and he's even Toriyama's favorite fucking character.
You have my vote to place him at the very top of the list, Barrick.
I didn't need your vote, Joe. This shit is unquestionable. Piccolo is the best character in the whole series.
I think you might be forgetting Vegeta.
They're both goated, but the only correct answer for best in show is my soulmate, Tenshinhan.
Can we discuss the rest another time? I think I need to pass a kidney stone.
Yeah, I think I need to actually do the same.
We're never going to finish this fucking bullshit.
I need to go.
Okay, fine. Make sure you subscribe and special beam cannon that subscribe button for more epic content.
Joe, let me tell you, a lot of people have asked me about the turd. Truth is, Amber used to plop them out on the furniture regularly.
Man, that's so funny. I've had a great time with you tonight, Johnny, and don't sweat it. It's fine if you crash here.
Have you still got that sweet bunk bed set up? It's proper cozy, if I remember.
I sure do, pal, but I got my buddy Donald staying in the bottom bunk, so you'll have to squeeze on the top with me.
Oh, goody. I hope you're okay with it. If I beat off before bed, I can't sleep without it, especially when I've had 8 megapints of red wine.
Not a problem, brother. That's how we roll at Shea Biden. We can watch some DBZ hentai and go back to back if you're into that kind of thing.
That would be really awesome. Plus, maybe we can play some Smash Bros. Melee after. I've been working on my Yoshi and think I'm ready to take you on.
Hold it right there.
Oh, hey, man, you're up late?
That's because you and your washed-up friend here are being fucking loud. Michelle has a big day tomorrow, and I can't have you drunk bozos disturbing her.
I'm so fucking sorry, Mr. Obama. Joe, you said it was cool if I came back.
Is everything okay?
It's fine. Go back to sleep, Donald.
Damn it, Joe. I thought your hedonistic days were behind you since you became the President of America.
Hey, I live here too, you know, and I'm allowed to go a little crazy from time to time.
Not on a Monday, Joe.
You're not my dad.
I'm really sorry about all this. Is there any way I can make it up to you?
Sure, just go straight to bed, and in the morning you can join us to carry on our Dragon Ball tier list.
I don't know what any of that means, but sure, what the heck. Thanks for having me over.
Good night.
Early the next morning.
What's up, guys? The Z Squad is back, and this time we've got backup. Thanks for joining us for this tier video, Johnny Depp.
What's up, fellas? Look, I have to admit I've never seen Dragon Ball, so I don't think I'll have much to add today.
Well, you've got a pulse, and that's more than Sleepy Joe can say.
Okay, so let's get on to Poir. We discussed Oolong earlier and his inherent midness. I would say Poir fits snugly in that shit tier, or possibly C. What you saying, fellas?
I mean, if you go back to early Dragon Ball, when Yamcha was a real character, Poir was his cool little buddy. I don't think I can recall anything cool that ever happened with him or her or it or whatever the fuck Poir is, though. So I'm cool with swiftly shoving it in C and moving on to something worth our while.
I actually think Poir is a great character and should at least be in B tier.
Come on, man. What possible reason does Poir have to be there?
Well, not that I need to explain myself to you, Sleepy, but Poir was there the first time we ever saw the Uzaru form and even handily transformed into scissors to cut off Goku's tail. Imagine if he hadn't done that. Goku would have possibly wiped out the human race, and then, when Raditz eventually came searching for him, would have become a spacefaring villain. The whole story of DBZ hinges on Poir's awesome powers and resourcefulness. It's simple math, baby.
This is all sounding a bit complicated.
Donald, everything that has ever happened hinges in some small way on the events which preceded it. You're overstating Poir's impact on the events. Are you really saying he's in the same tier as Super Boo?
Man, I'm not saying anything here. This list is already super scuffed and worthless. I'm merely pointing out that Poir was, at one point in time, a useful little dude, and super cute on top of it.
Malarkey, can we just put him in C tier now? Johnny can't stay all day?
It's 5:30 a.m. Johnny can stay as long as we need him to.
Yeah, I'm in no rush, though. I could use a pint of wine.
We're out of wine, so you'll have to wait.
I'm really sorry, Johnny.
Okay, Johnny, I want you to look at this character here and tell me where you would rate him based on his appearance alone.
Oh, the guy with the hair.
Yes, him. Tell me what you think of him.
Man, this is shitty content, Obama. People would enjoy it more if we just asked him what Amber Heard's ass looks like.
I'd gladly tell you.
Oh, yeah? Go right ahead. Sleepy Joke and Papa Viagra.
Well, it's covered in skin. There's a nice roundness, although it isn't overly thick. Plus, she has a Hunter x Hunter tattoo above her ass crack.
Oh, cool, a tramp stamp.
Yep, plus it's really hairy.
I have some shit to say about Raditz now.
Okay, please don't tell me he's S tier.
No, but he's solid B tier. Firstly, look at the man. He's an intimidating force, awesome hair design. He introduced the Saiyan armor and spaceships. He was the first look into the wider universe and meant so much for the show. He is the fucking marker between Dragon Ball and Z. When he shows up, it all changes.
Agree, Donnie. Plus, when he shows up, he forces Goku and Piccolo to join up, settling an old rivalry and creating the dynamics of the show we all love so much.
Come on, guys. You're acting like Raditz wrote the story. He was a good villain, but you can't tell me he is responsible for Dragon Ball Z being awesome. That was all down to our Lord and Savior, Akira Toriyama. May he live forever and ever. Amen.
Sounds to me like he represents a pivotal shift in the story you love dearly. And that fact, therefore, affords him a higher rating than his general character would otherwise permit.
You put it so eloquently, Johnny. This is why I love you so goddamn much. Plus, you were great in Edward Scissorhands.
Put him above 18 at least. He had way more personality and he was Goku's brother, damn it. Give him a bit of respect.
Fine, let's move on to Super Boo. I'm going to say it. He's S tier.
I liked when he absorbed different characters and took on their personality traits. Plus, it was awesome, godly goat shit to see him fight Vegito.
Yeah. Love Vegito. Plus, he was so fucking powerful, he was able to shout his way out of the hyperbolic time chamber. When I saw that epic shit, I knew we were in the end game of Dragon Ball. I thought there was no way anyone could ever be more powerful than this shit.
Yeah, but those stupid liberals went and made GT, and when that was an epic failure, they tucked their tails between their legs for 20 years before making yet another epic fail show, Super. I like Super Boo, though. He could go a tier. No fucking way he belongs in S.
Fine, whatevs. It's time for TN.
Oh boy, TN is my main man. He's a true martial arts master. Was a great rival for young Goku, and then proved himself time and time again as a Z fighter throughout the story.
I swear to God, you TN fanboys use that tri-beam cannon scene as evidence that TN is actually a useful character. But come on, after Dragon Ball, when he was actually really fucking cool, he just became a little pussy mid-bitch. Didn't even travel to Namek. That was when he really fell off and was redundant forevermore.
Come on, other than Goku and Vegeta, none of the characters are 100% relevant. TN was always a cool dude, great fighter with an awesome design. Plus, he was always serious and wasn't there to fuck around. He was kind of like Piccolo in that way. Although his little shitty baby friend Chaozu lost him a lot of cool points.
Look, I like him a lot, but he just got so sidelined by the Saiyans that he went from epic to mid. And let's face it, he is mid. Hasn't done anything cool in like 20 years.
Oh, come on, man. I thought you hated the new shit anyway. TN was and is a total rock star. Have you forgotten that he can grow extra arms from his fucking back? He is a member of the 3-Eye Clan. He's got this mystery surrounding him, which adds to his Chadley nature.
Let's not forget that TN beat both Master Roshi and Goku in the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. And he fought fucking fair. The dude was an absolute goated Chad at fighting and never abandoned his training. I bet we see him return to glory one of these days. Especially since Toriyama seems to be handing out power-ups like candy at Halloween these days.
You're deluded if you think Toriyama is putting the spotlight on TN Mid-Han. Be honest, has anyone here got a TN statuette? Fuck no, you don't.
I've got a TN bust, which cost $1,500, but who cares? I vote for S tier, but I'll be all right with it if you place him in high A.
Fine, let's just move the fuck on to Future Trunks.
Goated legend.
Yeah, I'm feeling an easy S tier for him.
After the Frieza saga, we were all on tenterhooks wondering where Goku was. I thought we may never see him again.
True, man, I had no idea what the fuck would happen next.
Yeah, and then Frieza's return absolutely terrified me. But then this awesome-looking dude with a magnificent sword turns up, turns Super Saiyan, and slices him into a trillion pieces. I lost my shit.
That was epic.
And after that, he's so mysterious. Where the fuck did this Giga Chad come from? And then he knows when Goku will appear. That whole episode was peak Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was some of the most enthralling media I have ever consumed.
And then when Goku arrived and they had their secret Super Saiyan chat, I was excited beyond belief. The revelations about the future, the fact that Vegeta and Bulma would have sex, I got so horny and excited.
Yeah, and the fact that Trunks' revelations led to a year of solid training. God, I love a training montage. Even better when it's a good long time. Takes me back to when Raditz died and the boys had to train.
Oh, fuck yeah. Training scenes are hella inspirational. I got my six-pack thanks to DBZ motivation vids on YouTube.
I would love a six-pack.
Consistency is key, but I'd also say you need to lay off the McDonald's.
On second thought, fuck the six-pack. We ordering burgers after this?
I'm down.
Guys, it's still 5:30 a.m. McDonald's isn't open, though. I do have some leftover Domino's in the kitchen, which we can have for breakfast.
Anyway, can we just agree that future Trunks is a goated S-tier hero? We can forget about DB Super.
Agreed on that. Put him above Krillin.
I will, but I don't know if I have the fortitude to go into the finer points on whether Trunks or Krillin is better.
I like Trunks. His hair is cool.
That settles it.
Okay, let's quickly rate Kid Trunks.
He's garbage.
Oh, come on, Donald. He acts just like a kid would do. That's why he's annoying. Kids are annoying. It makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't want to fucking watch it episode after episode, especially when he's using shit ghost attacks. Why the fuck did Gotenks use those shit ghosts? Why could he go Super Saiyan from the age of like 5? It's all just a bit mid, if I'm honest. With Kid Buu and Kid Trunks and Goten and the whole Buu saga seemed a bit babyish and ruined it for me.
I got to agree with Donald. Kid Trunks is mid. Can we place him down and see? Honestly, I don't think I ever derived any pleasure from watching him.
Seems like there's a lot about this show that you guys don't really like.
Shut up, Sleepy Depp. It's the best anime that was ever made.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't place it above Death Note?
I'll write your name in my death note.
It's a great show, Donald, but you must admit Attack on Titan is better.
I've never even watched that mid shit.
Jesus H. Christ.
You can't place it above One Piece, Donald. It's so much more complex in its world building and characters.
Lol, as if. I love One Piece, don't get me wrong, but there's no way it's better than Dragon Ball.
Have any of you guys ever watched this show called One Punch Man?
Of course, Baby Boo. I have a Moomin Rider tattoo down near my dick.
No way. I do too.
We're dick brothers.
Okay, this shit has gone completely off the rails. I think it's time we called it.
Great, and only 4 hours until McDonald's opens.
Thank you all for watching. Please tattoo that like button onto your dick and smash that subscribe button deep inside your anus.
Yeah, and remember to hit the bell to immediately know when our next video drops.
Road to 1 million subs, baby.
Okay, let's play some Smash Bros. Melee.
Thought you'd never ask, Johnny.
12 seconds later.
Okay, we've been blueballing you guys enough. It's time to smash out this DBZ tier list, starting with Vegeta, the Prince of the Saiyans.
He's honestly the best character in the entire show. I know Piccolo is a real contender, but Vegeta just has the best character progression.
God, man, it's so in vogue to like Vegeta the most.
That's because he is simply better than the others. He has a proper tragic backstory, which gives solid reasons for why he starts off as a spoiled, aggressive asshole.
Yeah, his character is by far the most developed in the whole series.
From childhood, he was always told he was a prodigy, the best of the Saiyans. And yet he constantly had to watch his father, the king of his people, prostrate himself for that Avengers-level threat, Frieza. He was cocky as fuck, yet had this massive chip on his shoulder. His Saiyan pride masked his insecurity and fear of being weak.
And then he had his pride knocked over and over again. This is why Vegeta is so beloved now. When we were younger, we all loved Goku and Gohan because few of us had ever been through the type of failure and pain that Vegeta had. But as we grew up, we saw how Vegeta's story really represented life. The transition from young, cocky kid living within your safety bubble of dreams and loving lies your parents told you, or in Vegeta's case, his youthful strength, and then to go out into the world and have those assumptions and lessons shattered by the indifference and cruelty of real life. Vegeta is the realest character in the show.
So fucking true.
The man trains harder than anyone else in the show. Never takes an off day.
He's dedicated.
Pushes his body to the limits to chase Kakarot's power and always falls short.
You're spitting truth here, man. Vegeta has a hard journey. He's not just fighting his enemies, he's fighting himself. His pride is his strength and his weakness. Many of us have felt like him at points in our lives. It makes sense why so many people love him.
So true, my dudes. He was such a great villain, and his fight against Goku was the icing on the cake of the Saiyan saga. When Goku let him live, that was the first of many little cuts that eventually sliced through his protective armor. Of course, the Namek and Frieza sagas were absolutely legendary for a shit ton of reasons, but Vegeta's story, his failure against Frieza despite his massive Zenkai boost, were the real drama. Frieza was the true monster, and as we all know, hate breeds hate. Toriyama did his Chadliest writing when he created Vegeta and revealed that he was in fact a victim of Frieza, a victim of an oppressive regime which had forged him into a ruthless fighter. Toriyama showed his understanding of human nature and taught all of us boys a lesson about how people become bad.
He also taught us about how people can change.
I really can't think of another story where a character is so completely realized. Watching Vegeta go from an envious, hate-fueled barbarian into a loyal husband and father actually felt so natural. It was a well-paced character study, and every moment in Vegeta's arc has felt earned.
Couldn't agree with you more, Obama. And even though I hate Dragon Ball Super, I am quite happy with Vegeta's writing. It's nice to see that he and Goku have an actual bromance now. Vegeta really grew up, whereas Goku's character was completely dismantled for Super.
Don't even talk to me about Goku and Super. Why has he reverted to this childlike state? He was far more serious and badass in Z.
Well, I guess when you take all of the stakes out of the show, like the turd-brained writers of Super did, you make it so that Goku doesn't ever have to be serious. Fuck, the Tournament of Power was mid at best, and then when they revealed there had actually been no serious stakes, the whole time I started malding so fucking hard, I actually had to punch through some drywall.
Boys, I know we're all a bit more emotional today as we've been drinking Jack Daniels all afternoon, but can we rate Vegeta now?
He's got to be the top. I say we add a new tier.
You always want extra tears.
It always makes sense to add extra tiers, Mr. Sleepy.
I will add an ultimate tier called Super Tier Superhero.
That's a pretty lame title.
TBH, it sounds exactly like something Toriyama would have approved.
Well, regardless, Vegeta is an Ultra Instinct Giga Chad.
Okay, now let's rate Videl.
Totally worthless at this point, although during the Buu saga, it was pretty cool when she entered the World Martial Arts Tournament.
I loved watching Spopovich beat the living fuck out of her.
Hell yeah, that was lit. But I also liked seeing her come to terms with the fact that her dad, Mr. Satan, wasn't actually the strongest guy in the world.
Yeah, Barry, honestly, that was pretty cool. It was like viewing the Dragon Ball world through a regular person's eyes. It's something that basically never happens in the show. We see people screaming and getting turned into chocolate and shit, but we never follow regular humans as they come to terms with the crazy, powerful, godlike fighters. Videl let us see that, and it was honestly a cool change-up.
Also love her little pigtails. She's a total babe.
Seems like we actually kind of like Videl, so I'm thinking like low A tier.
Wasn't really expecting it, but yeah, I think I agree.
Oh, okay. Are we rating Dr. Jiro?
I don't really like the guy. It was cool when the Z fighters had trained their asses off to prepare for the androids, and then when they showed up, Trunks told them they weren't the right ones. That was a sweet twist. Also cool to see Jiro and 19 get completely fucked up. But Jiro wasn't a good character, TBH. Red Ribbon Army was never my favorite, though, so I'd vote low C tier or maybe high really shit.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Honestly, I can't even remember the guy that much.
Okay, moving on to Whis.
I think he's all right, one of the best characters from the new shows. I like how he's this kind of beautiful, angelic character with this effeminate voice that is actually stronger than the god of destruction.
Totally, he's like Beerus's babysitter, but he's actually a top-tier Giga Chad.
Yeah, I can admit he's pretty good, really. He and Beerus together are quite well-done characters. Plus, I feel Toriyama embraced the comedy roots of the series when it came to developing Super. I obviously don't have the same attachment to Whis as I do the characters from Z, but I don't have many negative things to say about him.
I'm thinking he goes at the top of B.
Come on, man, bump him up to low A tier for me. I'll give you some of my sweeties.
You got yourself a goddamn deal.
Oh, it looks like we're on Yajirobe.
The dub made him seem like a stoner dude, which would honestly explain why he went from being able to match Goku in a fight, basically a superhuman, to languishing on a tower with a sleepy cat forever. He had no gumption or desire to use his honestly ridiculous power to do anything good.
Yeah, man, he made some really silly decisions. Other than cutting off Vegeta's tail, what did he ever do?
Don't put the guy down too much. He saved the Earth when he cut off Vegeta's tail. He was an important part of the team. And after that, the guy probably thought, fuck it, I've saved the fucking Earth. Time to chill, smoke some purple haze, and eat pizza.
Kind of based, I guess.
100% based.
How far do you think he could go if Yajirobe was teleported to the One Piece world?
He could body his way through it. None of them would pose a threat to him, really.
In terms of punching power, sure, I guess, but he's a bit of a pussy, TBH. Can you really imagine him fighting Zoro?
He'd be a fucking dead man.
You guys are very wrong. Yajirobe could one-shot Zoro and all the admirals and emperors. Anyway, he's a useless character now and not really that fun or important, so I'd go low C tier.
I agree with the C tier, but I think you are majorly inflating his strength and abilities when you say he could beat everyone in one piece. You're straight up chatting shit.
Yeah, Donald. You haven't watched enough power scaling videos to understand what you're saying.
You sound really dumb, man.
Tell me one time in One Piece where someone moved too fast to be visible to the naked eye.
What about the Kaido fight?
Don't fucking spoil that shit for me, dude. I'm not caught up.
You have had months, Barrick.
Just skip ahead like 15 seconds to avoid One Piece spoilers.
I'm not listening.
Okay, I'm spoiling it now. Trump, you're telling me that Gear 5th Luffy, who can catch a lightning bolt, can be beaten by a cat-loving, stoner, pizza-eating, lazy samurai with a power level of 3,000 tops? I don't even think that shit stain can fly, let alone hold his nerve against Luffy. Shit, that fucking sleepy cunt probably couldn't even beat Chopper.
Luffy's powers are basically fourth wall breaking. At this point, it's like reading One Punch Man or some shit. Besides, we aren't doing a fucking Luffy versus Yajirobe video here. My point is that the dude is pretty strong.
Okay, look, guys, I'm going to put Yaji Boy in C tier and move on to Yamcha.
Want to hear my base take?
Can't wait to hear this.
Yamcha is a goddamn gigachad.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, so alternative and edgy.
There's nothing edgy about it. It's just literal God's honest truth. Let's start from the beginning, guys. Yamcha was a handsome desert bandit with a transforming cat. Had his own moves. The Wolf Fang Fist was epic. He was a proper rival for Goku. Plus, he was goddamn hilarious around Bulma. His fear of women was very relatable for a younger me.
I'm still afraid of women and men. Shit, I'm scared of my own reflection.
I remember fondly the scene where Yamcha accidentally sees Bulma in the shower. It was funny and also quite sexy.
Completely. Then, of course, Yamcha joins the team and starts the pattern of enemies becoming friends.
If you want to be completely 100% based, Bulma started off by shooting Goku in the head, so technically she was the first enemy to become a friend to Goku.
Biden, that comment was fucking turbo-chatted, man.
Remember in Dragon Ball when Yamcha fought the mummy?
That was some Brendan Fraser level shit, dude.
Oh man, I need to watch The Whale.
Shit film with a good performance from Fraser.
I'm not done with my Yamcha shit. He had some amazing fights in Dragon Ball, but these get largely forgotten because there's a lot of Fairweather fans out there who frankly never read it. All they know is that Yamcha was a kind of douchey Kyle who played baseball, got killed by a Cyberman, and then ducked out of fighting, never to be seen again.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment.
To be fair, he showed up to fight the androids, but honestly, I think he just got bad vibes from Vegeta. Bulma probably chatted some shit about him, and you know how Vegeta gets when he's defending her honor.
Wow, guys. You know we should just rate him now. I say low B.
Trump?
I'd seriously go S, but I know you won't go for it, so just put him in A.
Nah, man, you know what? He can go in S. You made a good case for him.
Okay, that's it. Pour me a Jack Daniels, cuz it's time to party. I'm going to get a baseball player Yamcha tattoo done today.
Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and remember to Wolf Fang fist the like button and gently smash that subscribe button.
And check out our Patreon page if you want to help us buy more Jack Daniels and get more radical tattoos.
Peace out, baby.
Morning, Joe. Had a great time watching you build the Lego Death Star yesterday. Maybe next time you could trust me enough to let me hold the instructions or something?
Hard pass, dude. I've never trusted anybody with my Legos since my brother Jim broke my Lego submarine on Christmas Day. But you did a great job of watching me.
Yo, it's me, the Abominator.
Hey, Barrick, you got to see my Lego Death Star.
Pretty cool, I guess. Listen, I got some bad news, Donald. We've decided you can't stay here anymore.
Okay, Joe, is this true?
I'm sorry, Donnie, but you just keep getting crumbs in the sheets.
Yeah, plus you clog the toilet 3 times a day, and it always smells of Big Macs in the bathroom, which is kind of disgusting.
No cap?
No cap, buddy.
Well, I'll collect my consoles, gaming PC, mini fridge, remote control cars, Nintendo Labo set, Pokemon card binder, Warhammer 40K army, roller skates, BMX, complete N64 game collection with mint condition boxes and life-size Gimli Son of Glowing statue, and get out of your hair.
We'd appreciate it.
I'll admit it, I'm devastated, but I couldn't have asked for a better week with you boys. I tell you what, keep the Gimli statue.
I couldn't.
I insist.
20 minutes later.
I can't believe you fell for that shit, Donnie. You know you're always welcome here no matter what happens. You're a brother from another mother.
You really got me good today, boys. Props to you. I'm buying the McDonald's.
Love you, Donnie. And thanks, I'm starving for a good old-fashioned burger.
Right today, we're going to round off this DBZ tier list. We've milked it enough.
Great. What do we think about Shenron?
Low-key awesome.
He's literally the dragon in Dragon Ball Z. I think that says it all, really.
Never really thought about the fact that Shenron is actually an eponymous hero.
My mind is blown, but yeah, he's a pretty big Chad. I'd say stick him in A tier.
With all the characters left off this tier list, I'm finding it kind of weird that Android 8 is here at all.
I can tell you for free, Obama, He was actually pivotal to Goku's development. When Goku was going to curb stomp General White, Android stepped in, and I quote, "If you give in to your anger, you'll be no different than he is. Goku, you're better than that."
Wise words.
Okay, yeah, that is some Chad shit. But let's be real, he isn't a main player in this series, no matter how wise he was.
I think it would be fair enough to put him in C tier.
Agreed, but respect to that legend.
Any Bardock fans in the house?
Toriyama has revised his story a lot, so I'm always a bit unclear on what exactly is canon with this dude. But he was a cool enough man. Obviously, a lit design, Goku plus facial scar equals Macho Man Randy Chad Savage. But I didn't like all the shit where he was seeing the future about Goku.
Maybe someone can remind us in the comments what the actual canon surrounding Bardock is, since we're all a bit hazy.
Check your ass, Obama. I'm anything but hazy. This Saiyan warrior is a total badass who fought against the tyrannical Frieza and even had the power to see the future. That's right, he had the ability to see into the future. How cool is that? Not only that, but Bardock was also the father of Goku, the main protagonist of the Dragon Ball series. I mean, that's like being the dad of Superman or something. Bardock was a true fighter who never backed down from a challenge, and he was always looking out for his family and friends. Plus, let's not forget about his iconic look with the headband and scar on his face. He's got that classic tough guy look that every teenage boy wants to emulate. Bardock is the kind of character who makes you want to stand up and fight for what's right, and that's why he's such an amazing character.
Keep dropping that knowledge, my man, and stay woke.
He's an S-tier character for real.
Well, holy shit, that essay you just dumped on us was lit as hell, Joe. I guess you're not feeling so sleepy today. Fine. Barrick dropped that goated Chadzilla in S tier and light up a fucking presidential joint. It's time to talk about the literal legendary Super Saiyan, the top G, Broly, you sons of bitches.
Yo, dude, let me tell you something. Broly is like the sickest character in all of fiction, no cap. He's like the Jigglypuff of Smash Bros. Melee, just totally unbeatable.
Yo, listen up, you motherfuckers. Broly is the baddest motherfucker in all of fiction, no contest. He's got more muscle than Batman and more badassery than Shrek. And he doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything. Broly will straight up destroy anyone who gets in his way. And that's why he's the king of the fucking universe.
Where the fuck did you come from, Johnny Depp?
I've been under the bunk bed the last few nights.
Joe Obama, you didn't notice him?
That explains where my sodas have been going.
Yes, I've been surviving off your discarded cherry Coke cans and the odd bit of McDonald's that's fallen underneath while you guys played Dragon Ball FighterZ.
You know Trump pisses in those cans sometimes?
Unfortunately, I do.
Fuck it, man. I'm glad you're here. You just spat some really base shit about Broly.
I thought you'd never seen Dragon Ball, Johnny.
Yeah, what gives?
Well, in the week I've been living under the bed, you guys have watched every Dragon Ball movie in order of release, specifically binging every film and special starring Broly. You've also discussed at length the pros and cons of 90s Broly vs. modern Broly. And I can safely say that after all that, I am a convert. I love that bastard. He's S-tier 100%.
Fuck yeah, Johnny. Time to get yourself a Broly tattoo, my man.
Actually, someone dropped an old tattoo kit down here 5 days ago, and I have since given myself a freehand Broly tattoo on my chest.
Oh, sick.
That's the greatest piece of art I've ever seen, dude.
What the fuck, man? Brilliant. Okay, I think we can move on to Bulma.
She's goated. Now, I know what you're thinking. Obama, what are you talking about? Isn't Goku the hero of the show? But let me tell you, without Bulma, there would be no Dragon Ball. She built the Dragon Radar. Essentially the whole reason anything happens in the whole fucking show. She's like Tony Stark if he had perfect tits and an even more perfect brain. She's fashionable as fuck, ready to go to space. How epic was it that she went to Namek? People don't give that queen props for that.
Yo, man, you don't need to tell me twice that that fine, sweet woman is the most important figure in DBZ. I live with that fact in my head rent-free daily.
Put her in high S tier and don't be shy about it.
Are we going to hit that blunt or not?
Oh, hell yeah. Could I be any more of a stoner?
What the fuck are you doing here, Chandler from Friends?
I'm getting high and chatting DBZ with you guys. What the fuck do you want me to say?
I'm more of a Ross fan, but you were more funny than Phoebe, so I guess I'm cool with you being here.
Frieza. Guys, do we need to even discuss Frieza?
Fuck no, put him in S tier. He's probably the best villain. Pure evil.
Frieza, man, what a total dweeb. He's like so overrated it's not even funny. His whole shtick is just being a one-dimensional, power-hungry baddie with no real personality or depth.
Get this fucking guy out of here, Obama.
I've already texted Secret Service.
You're really ruining the vibe, Chandler.
Totally. Frieza is goated.
My one small gripe is that I wish they wouldn't keep wheeling him out. It's like forcing Peter Jackson to come back for more Lord of the Rings movies. He had a great run, but now it's time to let him die.
Time to go, Mr. Bing.
Oh, hey, Roger. That's Roger from Secret Service. He's a bit of a pussy, but he makes good pancakes.
I'm not going anywhere. I want to stay here and rate DBZ characters with the presidents and Johnny Depp.
Get the fuck out, Chandler.
Yeah, you're really killing my vibe.
I was in the most successful sitcom of all time. I deserve to be here.
Kill him, Roger.
Yes, sir.
No! Ow!
Thanks, Roger.
My pleasure, sir.
Beerus. You know what? He is probably the best thing about Super. He is a really cool character and doesn't feel like a completely random addition. The retcons they did so that Vegeta has heard of him are kind of believable. Although it is a bit weird that no one ever mentioned him in the show since literally everyone in space seems to know about him. But fuck it. I like his obsession with food and the fact that Earth food is somehow legend tier compared to everywhere else. He's got good chemistry with Bulma, Vegeta, Whis, Goku. Honestly, he fits right into the gang and is the only thing that makes watching Super a bearable experience.
Beerus is definitely a great character. Love the cat design, making him an Egyptian god. Makes me wonder what happened in ancient Egypt. Maybe some epic fights?
Probably the Scorpion King getting out of hand. God, I love the Mummy.
Who the fuck doesn't? That's one of the best movies ever made. Honestly, I prefer it to Star Wars. I'm not even joking.
That's brave, based, and 100% true.
So where's Beerus going?
I'd place him in low S tier TBH.
Man, I'm so glad you're into Dragon Ball now. I can finally like you for real.
Yeah, you were always a bit pretentious, but now you're a real bro. One of the boys.
Yes, I'll order the Dominoes tonight, lads.
Fuck it, I'm done with this list. I know we haven't finished, but we need to do it another time. We're just so thorough in our opinions that I need to have a rest, get some Dominoes and beers, and take a shit. Maybe we play some Metal Gear Solid Risk or some Final Fantasy card games.
Hell yeah, man. Triple Triad or Tetramaster.
Either way, they're both fucking amazing.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Execute that like button and finger blast that subscribe button. It's time to commit yourself to Spatch Adams and the boys' quest for 1 million subs.
And remember to follow us on Twitter and check out our Patreon page. We love you. Peace out.
Wow, I've never seen such a beautiful world before.
Just soak it up, big man.
It feels like I'm really there.
Yeah, man, we're about to enter Lon Lon Ranch, and that's a truly wonderful place.
Can't wait. I really feel like graphics have peaked at this point. How could they possibly get better than this?
You know this game is approaching 30 years old? There's been several console generations since then.
Man, I just can't keep up. Holy shit, that's a massive ranch.
Wait till you see the horse physics.
Morning, Chads.
Sup, dude?
Hey, buddy, have you seen this shit? It's called The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, of course, man. It's a dope series for sure.
I can see that.
So are we making a DBZ tier list today? I really want to talk about Cell.
Hell yeah, man. I'll order us some cheesy fries, milkshakes, and donuts to go with all this weed Johnny Depp left over here.
Shit, yeah.
20 minutes later.
Okay, lads, I know this list has gone on forever, but honestly, there's just so much to say.
I'm pretty sure there's a butt-ton of characters not on this list, so we'll have to do a follow-up with some of the more obvious legends which are missing.
Definitely, guys. The Jinyu Force, Pecan, Jiren, Omni King, Jacko, Babidi Spopovich, the list goes on and on.
And can I add Cooler? I know he's not canon, but Jesus Christ, was he cool?
Oh, hell yeah, man. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of Super, in fact, I think it is awful, I do want to put a word in for Hit. That guy was epic.
We'll do more follow-up videos for sure and make sure we cover other characters from DBZ, plus Super, and then the movies too.
Thank fuck.
Well, I can breathe a sigh of sweet relief now.
Okay, well, let's just start this one out with a pretty epic Giga Chad.
Awesome.
TBH, he's got to be one of the best villains in the whole fucking show.
Yay!
And yes, I'm talking about Cell.
Where to start on this awesome villain?
How about his design? Toriyama-san was on some epic shit when he drew this guy. Love the green and black. He's got that alien insectoid kind of look going on. And his different stages take him from a creepy bug man to a buff dude and then onto his perfect form, which is kind of sleek and beautiful while still retaining the overall alien look. Very cool, very chatted, and very nostalgic and awesome.
Yeah, I agree on the design. I feel like the whole Android saga was just a whole lot of fun for Toriyama-san. He got to invent loads of villains, including the 5 androids, plus all of Cell's forms. It was a super fun arc with a lot more crazy shit going on than the Frieza saga.
Oh, yeah, man. Cell Saga was absolutely fucking lit. You had future Trunks, the epic 3 years of training before the androids come, and then Vegeta finally being a true part of the crew. It's really where DBZ went from spectacular to an out-of-this-world extravaganza of sheer elite awesomeness. And Cell was the icing on that delicious cake.
I love it when you tell it like it is, Donald.
Well, let me say more then.
Shit, okay?
I love how messy that saga was with imperfect Cell fighting to suck up 18 and 19. It's epic how he's able to regenerate his tail using Piccolo's genes.
Fire!
The whole Cell part of Cell is cool. He's a biological weapon based on Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, and King Cold, for fuck's sake. At this time in the canon, there isn't a stronger fighter in the history of the universe. He's like the ultimate, highest, supreme Giga Chad. Jesus Christ, that guy was awesome.
Whoa, dude, you're hitting me with some fairly legendary truth attacks here, and I'm loving it.
May I also please add how I love Cell's smug attitude. Once he hits perfect form, he's just such a confident motherfucker.
Rightly so. He's a conglomerate of insanely powerful genetics, created by the world's second most ingenious inventor, after Bulma, of course.
Man, remember when Mr. Satan rocked up to the Cell games and people around the world watched him thinking he was the best in the world? So funny, I pissed my pants.
Yeah, dude, but back then, I felt completely indignant that no one acknowledged the Z Fighters as the real heroes.
That's because you're a true fanboy, buddy.
Really?
Shit, yeah, you're the kind of guy who buys a Bulma sex doll but keeps it in its box out of respect.
How'd you know?
I personally have a Piccolo sex doll, but I guess that's none of your business.
Rad shit, bro.
Anyway, Cell was an epic bad guy and a cool fighter similar to Goku in that he lusted for the thrill of the fight.
So fucking true.
The Cell games were a completely epic moment in the show.
Real talk.
God, I loved it when they all arrived after having trained in the hyperbolic time chamber, plus the iconic ending where Goku forces Gohan to man up and save the Earth. All awesome shit.
Loved how it led to Goku being dead and having to do even more training in heaven against Hercules and Pycon and shit. Fucking deliriously great saga and character. Put that Chad up in S, right above Frieza.
Don't joke, man. There's no way Cell goes ahead of Frieza.
It's no contest. Frieza was great, but his whole arc was way more vanilla.
Frieza introduced the whole concept of multiple forms. Cell was just another iteration of it after Toriyama couldn't think of what the fuck else to do.
Mind your mouth when you talk about Toriyama-san.
All respect to Toriyama, I'm just saying Frieza was the OG and far more evil a character.
I'll admit that Frieza's story was more classical, and he was set up to be a really detestable villain, but Cell just had more going on. The whole scenario of the Cell games was a perfect scenario for the Z Fighters to display their power, and the whole lead up to that moment was so fraught and cool. It's where Dragon Ball grew up.
It's a really tough choice, but if I'm going to be totally real...
Always keep it real, bro.
Thanks, Donald. If I'm being totally real, Frieza got kind of fucked over by being brought back in Super. I'd argue that it demystified him a bit and turned him into yet another character whose original story is forgotten in favor of a few flashy moments.
Yeah, they should have left him dead.
For real, why the fuck doesn't Toriyama-san just design some new baddies?
Two things. One, Toriyama-san has invented plenty of cool new villains and rivals. Toppo, Jiren, Moro, Hit, and Goku Black, to name literally a handful. And two, Frieza was so fucking important, he literally forced Goku to become a Super Saiyan. He was the driving force behind the whole Saiyan narrative, and his planet-conquering business ultimately led to Goku being sent to Earth.
You're right about Goku coming to Earth, although that was more Bardock's quick thinking, which led to Goku being sent off before that genocidal monster finished off his race. But is he a better character than Cell? Is he as fun? Are the fights as memorable?
Rhetorical questions don't really replace a good argument. I've made mine for Frieza. Take it or leave it.
Damn, you got some balls today, Joe.
They might be wrinkly and long as fuck, but I won't deny my balls are epic in circumference.
Kind of like Namekian Dragon Balls, big and beautiful.
And hard to hide.
Yeah, I see those massive, dangling, white-haired nuts every morning when you slowly climb down the bunk bed ladder on the way to do your morning piss.
You go commando at night, Joe?
Who the fuck doesn't?
His balls are so long and droopy that one time I swear they slapped me in the face while I was playing my Switch.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Don't be, man. Those are Giga Chad balls. Plus, it's your room, and I'm just happy to be here.
Boys, let's agree to place Cell and Frieza next to each other with the understanding that we basically think they are on par.
I could do that.
You won't see me crying about it.
Great. Well done, everyone. I guess the key thing to remember is that we're all Dragon Ball fans at the end of the day. These debates are just for fun and ultimately shouldn't detract from your enjoyment of the series and certainly shouldn't cause rifts in your friendships. We should all come together under the roof of DBZ love. I've got room in my life for DBZ lovers, super lovers. Fuck, I don't even hate Dragon Ball GT lovers.
You're a super epic man. Okay, next, shall we rate Zamasu?
Low B tier with Goku Black.
Easy as fuck. I really don't care about him.
Fine, are we ready to talk about Android 17?
When I first watched the Android saga, I thought 17 and 18 were girls, and I found some nice hentai of the two of them kissing. I felt so stupid when I found out 17 was a man.
Dude, they are literally brother and sister.
Did I stutter?
Okay? Anyway, when 17 came along, he was kind of cool. I especially liked him when he was terrorizing Trunks' future. But honestly, once Cell came along, he was dead and gone to me until Super. And then I fucking hated how he got so powered up after being a park ranger for like 10 years. The fucking guy looked after a few bears and put out some fires and was somehow able to keep up with the universe's strongest fighters and even be in the final few. For fuck's sake. This was the whole reason I hated that Turbo Shite show.
You can't pay any mind to power scaling in Super after they invited Roshi to that tournament.
At least Roshi is a cool OG character who deserved a little love. They put 17 in there when Majin Buu could have easily been an epic part of the team.
True, I kind of feel that the writers couldn't be asked to use Boo because his powers are so zany, it would have been like including a crazy amped-up Luffy with magical powers.
How is Boo like Luffy?
Just stretchy and shit.
Put that lame asshole in C tier, please, sir.
Harsh shit, but whatever. I don't give any fucks about him, really.
Yeah, no one is lining up to buy Android 17 figurines.
I've got a whole shelf of them, but only because I thought he was a girl.
You're a whack job, man.
Hey, X-Nay on the act job way.
Okay, let's rate Pan now. Let's be real.
Always.
If we're real, Pan isn't really a character. She showed up at the end of Z, but then got used in GT. I don't think we're counting that.
No fucking way in hell.
Yeah, GT is like the garlic bread on the side of the Domino's order. Completely redundant and unnecessary, but fine to consume if you have a spare couple of minutes.
Sure, and then Pan has turned up a bit in Super, her biggest role being in the superhero movie. And to be fair, she was cool in that. Worked well with Piccolo and clearly has fighting potential.
Oh yeah, the superhero movie was really fun, and Pan was a great addition. Loved Piccolo taking the role of the grandfather. That movie was S tier. But Pan on the whole is fine, probably belongs in B tier in her current form. Oh, would you look at the time? I think we should go buy ourselves some snacks and booze. This was a great discussion, and we have plenty more DBZ to talk about in future videos.
True. I want to finish the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remaster on Switch, so I could use a few hours to concentrate on that and give my all.
Awesome. I'm going to take a ridiculously big shit and look at Reddit for about an hour. Peace out, everyone.
You're not going to beat me again, man.
Don't get cocky.
I'm playing my main. Green Samus, you don't have a chance now.
Samus is just a bullshit ranged character. Why not be a real man and play a swordsman like Marth or Link?
Because Samus is a total babe and her armor is absolutely sick. Plus, I love her moveset. She handles like a goddamn Ferrari.
God, I almost killed myself there.
I can tell you've been practicing, but you kind of move around like a noob.
No way you're going to hit me with that charged up blast. I'm the blast expert here.
Lucky fucking hit there, pal.
I've still got some fight in me. This can go either way.
God, I swear my controller is broken.
Sure.
Fuck's sake!
You're going down.
We'll fucking see about... Oh, come the fuck on.
Eat my huge dick.
This is ridiculous.
Shit.
Fucking die.
Fuck!
I'm such a moron. Get fucked, old man.
Whoa!
Eat it.
You piece of ass. Piss off.
Here comes my massive dong.
Your projectiles are so fucking lame.
GG, but very easy.
Playing Samus is basically cheating.
So why don't you try playing her, big man?
Hey fellas, I know you're practicing, but it's 8 a.m. now, so we should be making our next DBZ tier list.
I'm 100% on board with you, Obama.
Fine, I'll beat you later with my Marth, Trumpy boy.
Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome to part 7 of this motherfucking tier list.
Honestly, if you're still watching after the 6 other parts, you're either a total fucking epic Chad or a complete fucking loser. Either way, we're grateful you're here.
Totally fucking true. Anyway, let's kick things off by ranking Grandpa Gohan.
Oh man, where to start with this sweet badass legend?
How about the fact that the planet Earth was incredibly lucky that Goku fell into his protection? One of the few people on the planet who could contain Goku as a baby and manage his inherent strength, while also training him.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch if we're being real.
You know we're always real.
Everything in the show is a stretch.
Don't make such ridiculous sweeping statements.
Yeah, most things in the show are actually not stretches, Joey.
The whole existence of the universe is one big stretch. The fact that we are alive and we live in a universe in which a man called Akira Toriyama became a Giga Chad manga artiste and drew up all of these epic Chads is a stretch. We could have all been pieces of shitty dust floating around. You should all be grateful.
Wow, Joe, you sound like Jaden Smith. Did you just smoke your first blunt and watch a Carl Sagan documentary?
Yeah, Joe, that wasn't as deep as you thought it was. Of course, there's larger-than-life coincidences in stories.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's what makes them interesting.
So fucking true.
I don't want to watch an anime where a guy goes shopping for groceries, then irons his shirts for the week.
Doesn't actually sound so bad.
Yeah, that's called a slice of life.
Anyway, the point is that Grandpa Gohan had a very key role in the series. He found baby Kakarot and raised him well.
Was it really that well? He dropped the little guy down a ravine, for fuck's sake.
We all make mistakes as parents.
Well, that's about as epic a mistake as a parent can make.
Truly.
He got fucking yeeted off a cliff.
Yeah, and that gave us the lovely, sweet Goku we all love.
I mean, Grandpa Gohan had some pretty incredible skills. He was trained by Muten Roshi, had mastered the Kamehameha. He was basically a peak human, chilling in the forest without any internet or fapping material.
Sounds horrendous.
The guy must have had a 10 out of 10 imagination.
Yeah, he was a master of martial arts, plus he survived Goku's great ape transformation. Well, until he didn't.
All true. He was a cool character, but didn't show up too much. I'm thinking we place him in B tier.
The list has so many problems with it that I honestly don't really care where we put him. He's a gigachad in my eyes.
Sure, go B tier, I suppose. Can I start on Goten?
Do it.
Goten is about as boring as young Trunks, but even worse.
Elaborate.
He was basically born a Super Saiyan. Never had to train and therefore doesn't respect his power. It's all a fucking joke to him.
No 5-year-old kid is going to respect anything. They can barely wipe their own asses.
True, but then we're supposed to believe that he can participate in fights while being a little annoying loser?
I know you hate Gotenks, but Goten isn't Gotenks.
He's just lame and pointless. You could remove the little miniature Goku from the show and it would have zero impact.
Fuck off!
Let the man speak. He's speaking straight facts.
Plus, he and Trunks are only just now being aged up. Like 30 years too late.
True.
They could have been cool characters, but it's too late now. Goten is a nobody and barely a C-tier character.
Why the fuck did they let Roshi fight in the Tournament of Power when they had 2 literal Super Saiyans spare?
Because Trunks and Goten are useless kids that Toriyama never allowed to mature.
I've listened to enough for you guys shit. Goten is a sweet and charming little dude. A chip off the old block looking exactly like Goku, plus you can't deny he is a really cute little guy.
He had potential and it went untapped for all these years. He's definitely C tier.
Who knows? Maybe he and Trunks will be expanded upon as DB Super moves forward.
I'd like to see that, but as things stand, Goten is not a good character. No one cares about him.
I care about Goten about as much as I care about the environment. Not one single fucking bit.
Well, I can agree with you on that at least. Fuck the environment.
Jesus, boys, you're both so edgy. The environment is lit. Have you seen whales? They're epic.
Whales are just cows that wandered into the ocean and evolved to become fat, weird motherfuckers.
Yeah, man, I fucking hate whales. They're mammals, for fuck's sake. What the shit are they doing out at sea?
Fucking traitors.
Whoa, okay. This got weird, guys. I didn't know you hated whales so much.
I do.
Same.
But they're like massive sea chads.
They are not chads. They're big, fat Brendan Fraser losers.
Jesus H. Christ. Let's briefly talk about Chao Tzu.
Let me tell you, he's a total waste of space and time. First of all, have you seen this dude fight? He's weak as a fucking baby. Like, seriously, he can't even take on a Saibaman without blowing himself up. An heroic attempt to be sure, but what a little idiot. Plus, let's be real, Chiaotzu is just a straight-up weirdo. Like, have you seen his freaky little white face and tiny body? It's like he's a reject from a creepy-ass carnival or something. The guy scares the living shit out of me, and I'm a fucking brave individual, anyone will tell you. And don't even get me started on his personality. He's always so damn quiet and submissive, like he's scared of his own shadow. Like, bro, have some backbone. Stand up for yourself, man. But nope, he's just content to hang around Tien all day and be his little lapdog. How the fuck is he so weak when he's trained the whole time with Tien? God, I hate that little pile of shit. You could easily pick that fucker up in a little poo-poo bag and throw him in a trash can and no one would care. The DB fan base don't care about him. I don't like him. Shit, I bet his own mom even hates him. Rant over.
I am impressed at your honestly epic rant, but you have to give Chao Tzu some cred for being a fucking loyal bro to Tien Shinhan.
Agreed.
The dude never left his side.
Only when he died.
He was like Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, if Samwise could fucking blow himself up, that little dude was a brave and legendary piece of shit.
So you admit he was a little piece of shit?
Fuck no, he was a cool guy.
Very cool.
Sure, everything Toriyama-san ever made had some level of coolness, but when you look at Chao Tzu in the scheme of the story, he was always a little baby idiot playing second fiddle to the ultimate hunky giga-chad, Tien.
Look, I'm not saying he's a fucking S tier or anything. He probably belongs in low B tier TBH.
He's really shit, and you fucking know it.
Just place him somewhere in C tier. Jesus.
Fine. Jesus fucking Christ. There's only 2 more on this version of the list. One is a super ultimate legend, and the other is a literal kick to the testicles. Which one you want to do first?
Let's start with the legend.
Let's start with the shitter.
Come on, guys, make a choice.
Always better to eat your fries before eating your burger.
Based.
Let's get the shit out of the way.
Fine. Do we really have to talk about Dragon Ball Evolution?
I'm going to make it fun. Let me tell you a little story.
Goody!
Oh, I love Donald's story time.
Once upon a time, there was a hobbit named Frodo who loved the Dragon Ball Z anime series.
Strong start.
One day, he heard that a live-action movie adaptation was coming out, and he couldn't wait to see it. However, when Frodo watched the movie, he was deeply disappointed.
That was me.
The characters didn't look or act like they did in the anime, and the story was completely different. It was like watching a different universe entirely. Frodo felt as if he had entered the twisted world of Mordor instead of the vibrant world of Dragon Ball Z. He wondered how such a movie could have been made and why anyone would want to tarnish the legacy of the beloved series. Just like how Frodo carried the burden of the One Ring, Akira Toriyama carried the weight of the Dragon Ball Z franchise on his shoulders. And just as Frodo couldn't bear the weight of the ring forever, Toriyama couldn't prevent the movie Dragon Ball Evolution from disgracing the series he had created. In the end, Frodo realized that some things are better left untouched, just like the ring should never have been forged, and Dragon Ball Evolution should never have been made.
Holy fucking shit, man. I don't think I've ever heard a story as based as what you just spit.
Epic words and all 100% true, dude.
Thanks.
NP.
And of course, Justin Chatwin was the worst fucking thing about it.
Based?
That sorry little man had no business playing Son Goku.
TBH, there were a few okay things about that movie.
Please don't say anything you can't come back from.
The visual effects were generally well done.
Oh, come on, man. That's pure malarkey, and you know it.
And the use of CGI was impressive for the time.
Why are you trying to defend this awful piece of turd?
Then, of course, some of the performances weren't awful,
That much is true, I suppose.
particularly those of Chow Yun-fat and James Marsters.
I didn't take you for an evolution apologist, Obama.
Roshi was pretty fun, and Marsters as Piccolo was mid at worst.
You're just trolling me, man.
Another possible positive feature of the movie is that it made the Dragon Ball franchise more accessible to new audiences who may not have been familiar with the anime or manga.
You know what? I do sometimes have fun imagining that out there somewhere, there's a middle-aged woman who saw this movie by chance without ever seeing the anime, and it became her favorite film. She owns the DVD and Blu-ray, if that even exists, and makes her girlfriends watch it twice a year on girls' night. She tried to watch the anime, but didn't like that Goku was so different and wishes they would make a sequel. She owns a T-shirt of the movie and even a theatrical poster. Her name is Marjorie.
You think about that often, huh?
Yeah, a couple of times a year I think about it. I wish I could scan through every living person to find those rare and strange DB evolution lovers, because they sure ain't fans of the anime.
So it's obvious that Chatwin's Goku goes in really shit.
Fuck off!
Why the fuck should I fuck off, you fucking fucker?
Because he doesn't even deserve a spot on the list. Those pieces of shit didn't realize the golden goose they had their hands on when they secured the rights to make a DB film. They squandered it. Fuck the fans. Fuck the characters.
Preach.
Fuck their own fucking lives. It's a similar situation to the OG Mario movie, although that was actually epic. But what I mean is that the movie did so shit that it put off those epic Japanese businessmen from entrusting pathetic Hollywood producers with their precious, sweet franchises. Can you imagine if Peter Jackson had made an adaptation of DBZ? It would have won 35 Oscars and everyone in the world would be happy. Instead, we're all dead inside because we had to sit through that garbage, wasting our own lives in the sorry hope of getting something worthy of that chatted, ultra instinct, spectacular, goated series that we all love so goddamn much. Dragon Ball Z.
Shit, man, I think I want to print that speech out and frame it for my fucking bathroom. You spitting straight fire tonight, Trumpy boy, and I'm loving it.
Fuck yeah. DBZ is our culture, and it's sacred to us. When we heard they were making a live-action movie, we were hyped as hell. We thought it was going to be lit with all the dope fight scenes and transformations, but then we watched the movie, and it was a total letdown. The characters didn't look anything like they were supposed to, and the fight scenes were weak as hell. Goku looked like a whack dude with no swag, and the whole thing was just boring as hell. Plus, there was barely any ass and titties, and Papa Biden loves his anime girls, especially the real-life ones.
Okay, boys, are we done ripping into that shit?
Fuck yeah.
Shall we move on and talk about Vegito?
Both versions of the Goku Vegeta fusion are epic. They are the fucking shit we're all waiting to see in DBZ.
Speak for yourself. I much prefer to see Goku or any of the other characters fighting for themselves without an ass-pull power-up from a cute little earring or shitty, lame little dance.
True, the fusion dance is an awful idea.
You only think that because of Godanks.
I think it because I have a good brain with working thoughts and reasoning.
I don't hate fusion. I just prefer it when the base characters break their own limits without gimmicks.
Gohan has had his limits broken about 50 times, and each time it has been a fucking gimmick, especially Beast Gohan. Don't make me cringe.
I love Beast Gohan. He finally achieved his full potential.
There is no full potential in this show.
Kind of true.
You do realize that the show would end if any of the characters ever stopped getting stronger.
Yeah, that's why Goku and Vegeta are so cool, because they train continuously.
Yeah, and same with Piccolo. That's why I'm fine with Orange Piccolo, because that dude deserves it with all the training. Gohan doesn't deserve anything.
I thought we were just having a lighthearted conversation about some DBZ characters, but it always has to end up in a dick-swinging contest about who deserves what.
We all know you win a dick-swinging contest every time, Joe.
Oh, come on.
It's true, your cock looks like Shenron.
I have to disagree. I think Joe's dick looks more like Snake Way.
Fuck, boys. Can we get back to talking about Vegito?
Well, he's obviously a turbo Chad.
Totally fucking based.
I love how he becomes such a cocky motherfucker.
True, he is cool.
It's great watching as a fan to know that you're finally watching the most ultimate fighter in the whole fucking universe.
Exciting.
It was like watching the final stage of the show, where you know that literally nothing could get more epic.
I swear, after watching through endless filler, when you finally got to see your boys Goku and Vegeta come together, it was like being edged by your mistress for 15 hours until she finally let you bust that sweet nut.
That's a very fitting analogy.
And when he fought against Boo, he was so fucking disrespectful.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fighting without hands, chatting a ton of shit, and making Boo feel worthless.
Loved it.
It was like watching your high school bully getting beaten up by your dad.
Okay, and let's not forget the moment Majin Buu turned him into chocolate and he still chatted mad shit and beat the fuck out of him.
Fuck. The more I think about him, the more I realize how absolutely legendary he truly is.
Are you boys thinking what I'm thinking?
That we need to order our McDonald's breakfast soon?
Fuck yeah.
Well, yes, but actually no. I was going to place Gogeta and Vegito up in super tier superhero.
Why the hell not, brother?
You have my blessing to plop that monster Chad up there. Fuck yeah.
It feels kind of naughty, but I'm actually cool with it. Well, that actually completes this version of the list. We've had a great run, but now it's time to start a My Little Pony tier list.
Finally!
Whoa, 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 hang on. There's still so many DBZ characters left to cover. We can't be done yet. This was going to be the most comprehensive DBZ character tier list of all time.
Was that our goal?
We don't do anything half-assed.
Or half-cocked.
Nope. Biden does everything quadruple cocked.
We owe it to the subscribers to see this through to the end.
I agree. That is why I have taken the liberty of transferring our rankings to a new, more comprehensive tier list. It looks a little different, but I think you'll be happy to see all the other characters we have left to rank.
Where's Vegito?
For some weird-ass reason, he's like the only character not on the list. But I'll add him up there personally for you guys.
Awesome. I can't wait to go even further beyond in our DBZ ranking. But now I think it's time we eat some McDonald's, take a dump, and play some Smash.
Guys, by the way, has anyone heard from Johnny Depp? I'm a bit worried about him.
No, dude. When was the last time you saw him?
Got to be like a week ago at this point.
What if he's in trouble? Let's get our McDonald's and then try and track Johnny down.
President Obama, who dis? What do you mean? You motherfucker. You don't touch a goddamn hair on his beautiful head, or I swear to God. Fuck.
What is it, man?
They got Johnny Depp.
Who the fuck got my boy?
No time to fuck around.
Let's fucking go.
So glad we all bought awesome shotguns.
I'm fucking amped up to shoot some bitches.
Viewers, please smash the like and subscribe. Tune in next time to watch us rescue Johnny Depp from his captors.
And thanks to our Giga Chad patron, Jacob White, you're the fucking man.
Peace out.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
We've made the best tier list ever.
Nothing left for us to do except enjoy life with McDonald's and ice cream. Wait, what's that? Obama is on the phone to a mysterious caller?
You motherfucker. You don't touch a goddamn hair on his beautiful head, or I swear to God. Fuck.
What is it, man?
They got Johnny Depp.
Who the fuck got my boy?
No time to fuck around.
Let's fucking go.
So glad we all bought awesome shotguns. I'm fucking driving.
You're an epic driver, the best in the goddamn world.
The Secret Service have pinpointed the terrorists' location.
If any of those pieces of shit have hurt my precious Johnny, they'll pay with their lives.
We'll make sure of it.
5 choppers on our 6.
Evasive maneuvers engaged.
Eat my fucking dick, you motherfuckers.
Get down, Donald. You can't take them all.
Ow, I'm fucking hit.
Donald.
You just fucking focus on getting us out of here.
There's too many choppers.
I'm gonna have to drive over this waterfall.
Do it.
Fucking do it already. No! Fuck me.
My balls.
Lucky for us, it looks like we crash-landed in the river right by the terrorist hideout. How are you holding, Donald?
Looks like the bullet went straight through.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it missed my heart, I think.
Okay, everyone grab onto Biden's massive balls to use as flotation devices.
Hey, easy.
Has everyone still got their guns, nunchucks, and dynamite sticks?
Yeah, let's fucking go. If anyone hurts my precious Johnny Depp, I will fucking annihilate them.
Let's move. Kill anyone you see.
I can't believe how enormous and intricate this evil base is.
Yeah, it would really suck if we couldn't see it.
Eat that.
Fuck.
Watch it!
That was the most impressive shot I've ever seen, Donald.
Maintain radio silence. There's more of these mutant ninja assassins out there.
On your 6.
I owe you one, man.
Don't mention it.
We're approaching the big boss's base. Time to get your nunchucks out. Guns won't work here anymore. Donald, I know you can spin them faster than sound, but please keep it down. We are entering the base in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Make sure you Naruto run to go extra fast.
There he is. Kill him now.
Oh shit, there's a lot of ninjas in here.
Eat my dick, motherfucker.
My 7 dick style can't be beaten.
Time to do a backflip.
Give me Johnny Depp. This pain you feel only ends when Johnny Depp is back at home making tier lists with the boys.
Magic flying star, Biden sunshine.
I think that finished them all off. That was brutal, Joe.
Now where is Johnny?
You should rest, Donald. You're missing a leg.
Where is Johnny?
That's a lot of corpses.
Johnny?
John?
John!
My boy.
Did they fucking hurt you?
Nothing a Domino's can't fix.
Good God, you're a Chad.
We made them pay.
You're gonna be okay, brother. We're here now.
Let's get him home. I'll call an Uber, and on the way we can choose what to eat. Johnny's choice.
Just some boys' time in a tier list, and I will be okay.
You name it, man. And you know what? It's been ages since we jerked off together.
Sounds wonderful.
Fuck it, I'm in.
You had me at jerk off together.
Early the next morning.
Guys, I couldn't be more proud of us for our accomplishments today.
We definitely earned this McDonald's.
And I'm just so happy that you're back, Johnny.
Here, here.
I can't believe those ninja scum tried to ransom you for my Pokemon card collection.
Well, I hear you have 8 first edition Charizards.
Well, yeah, there was no fucking way I was handing them over, hence the bloodbath.
Well, now it's all been taken care of. Shall we get started on our tier list?
Fuck yeah.
Yes, please.
It's exciting to have so many more awesome DBZ characters to discuss together.
Let's start with my beautiful Chad, Zarbon.
I always thought Zarbon was very cool. Incredible design. Kind of like Vega from Street Fighter with the sleek body and long hair.
Yeah, he was a goddamn brutal son of a bitch, too. He murdered a load of Namekians in the search for those Dragon Balls.
He had some awesome fights against Vegeta. Loved watching him transform into that massive, ugly form and dominate the Saiyan Prince for a while.
Oh, yes, I loved that bit.
Yeah, and then it came back and bit him in the ass when Vegeta got his Zenkai boost and absolutely fucked him up.
Zarbon was a little stepping stone up to Frieza, and I liked it. There was so many power-ups on Namek, and it was just fucking fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm thinking like high B tier.
No way. He is a cool character, but shouldn't be higher than mid-B tier.
Let's let our best boy Johnny decide.
Great idea.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to know what he thinks.
Okay, guys, gee, how about low B tier?
Brilliant choice.
So we're discussing the Ox King next?
It's just Ox King, not the Ox King.
I wasn't Ox King you.
Oh, damn, sick burn.
Man, Joe, you're so witty.
Props where they're due, man. That was a sick takedown.
Thanks, guys, but seriously, Ox King is a pretty mid dude. Sure, he was kind of cool in DB, being a bandit who lived in Fire Mountain. We first saw the Kamehameha when Roshi used it to put out the fire, but since then he just kind of lumbered about, never really doing much except being fucking huge.
Pretty based for you.
I'm kind of on board. He's a legacy character, so I can't go too low. Plus, he always seemed like a bit of a sweetheart. Let's go with high C tier.
Can we skip past Marin real quick?
Yep. Ain't nobody got time for Krillin's daughter. Put her in really shit.
Seems harsh.
It's not. Now moving on to Hit.
Who is Hit? I don't think I've watched this part of the series.
Alrighty, so Hit is like the Legolas of Team Universe 6 and Dragon Ball Super.
Oh shit, he's gonna sum it up with relation to Lord of the Rings.
Dope.
He's known as Hit the Infallible and the Legendary Assassin, and he's super powerful, kind of like how Legolas is an incredible archer and fighter in Lord of the Rings. Hit comes from Universe 6 and is the leader of an assassin team, which is sort of like how Legolas is a member of the Fellowship of the Ring. Hit has this amazing ability called Time Skip, which lets him freeze time for a bit. It's like how Gandalf has all these cool wizard powers. Hit was recruited by Champa, the god of destruction of Universe 6, to compete in the Tournament of Power, which is a bit like how Gandalf recruited Legolas to join the Fellowship on their quest to destroy the One Ring. Hit is really chill and collected, which is kind of like how Legolas is always super calm, and their incredible skills make them both fan favorites.
One of your better speeches, Joe, not gonna lie.
I like how you kind of know that Hit is a pretty base dude, not fighting for ego and shit.
He sounds pretty awesome if I'm being real.
We're always real here.
Yep, realness is a prerequisite to enter Shea Biden, but you're fucking right. Hit is cool, and I hope he gets more time in the show in the future.
Put him in low A tier.
I thought you hated Super.
Did I stutter?
Hit is an obvious Chad.
Yep, a Chadded legend for realsies.
Great.
Okay, now we're going to talk about a real true Chad.
Whom?
Umigame, Roshi's turtle friend.
Lame.
How is he lame?
1, the turtle from DBZ is so slow he makes a snail look like Usain Bolt. 2, he's more of a shell than a fighter. He couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag. 3, even Yamcha could beat him in a race, and that guy is basically a walking punchline.
While it's true that the turtle from DBZ is not known for his speed, he makes up for it with his vast knowledge and wisdom, having trained both Master Roshi and Krillin. Plus, as a sea turtle, he's built for swimming, not running. The turtle may not be a fighter, but he's not supposed to be. He's a mentor and a guide, offering sage advice to those who seek it. Plus, let's be real, who needs to punch their way out of a paper bag? Okay, fair enough, Yamcha is pretty weak. But the turtle doesn't need to be a fighter to be valuable. He provides transportation, shelter, and vital information to the Z fighters. Plus, have you seen Yamcha's track record? Losing to him doesn't exactly make the turtle a chump.
You guys all made some pretty lame points, so I'm just going to go place him down wherever the fuck I want.
Whatevs.
Okay, and last on the list is Gregory.
Shit little waste of time.
Well, I think he's neato.
I'm inclined to place him right down in fucking low C tier and order some Dominoes.
I'll agree, but I think we should rate one more character. Gregory is just too lame to count.
Okay, what about Dende?
That little legend healed everyone so much he should be called Mende.
Oh shit, lol.
Joe, you really found your funny bone today, huh?
I think it was killing all those assassins that loosened me up.
It's fucking hilarious, man. I love the new you.
Yeah, dude, you should really start doing stand-up.
I'll think about it. Anyway, as I was saying, Dende healed all the boys and took on the tough role of protecting Earth. Even gave Pickle O his new orange form, which is pretty great shit.
Piccolo?
Pickle Obama D's nuts.
Maybe don't start the stand-up career right away, pal.
Okay, look, I suggest we put him in mid-C tier. Let's face it, he's not that lit.
Fine.
Now let's get Johnny some Freedom Dominoes.
Yeah, and I'll pour some Freedom whiskeys.
Yep, and I'll put on some Freedom hentai.
Let's all jerk it back to back like the old days.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Fuck yeah.
Remember to smack the shit out of that like button and slowly kiss that subscribe button for more shenanigans.
I never want to be a victim again. Next time, I'll be ready.
Thanks to our wonderful patrons. Did you know you can watch the Chatted Depth Training Arc Episode 1? It's a bonus weekly series exclusive to patrons. Join today for that epic sweet deal. Peace out.